invocation
Okay,
this time.
yeah, okay.
Would you like me first? All right, everybody ready? All right, make sure your mics are on. We good? All right. All right, call to order the July 17th, 2025 regular meeting of the Ocoee Code Enforcement Board. Please stand for the invocation by Member Lewis and Pledge of Allegiance by Member Fernandez.
Could I have a moment of silence? Thank you.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Be seated. Okay, Mr. Cruz, can we have a roll call to verify quorum, please?
Chair Bander,
Present.
Vice Chair Lewis,
Present?
Member Schultz,
Present.
Member Smolden,
Present.
Member Fernandez,
present.
Member Brickram.
Present.
Quorum is met.
All right, we can proceed. Mr. Cruz, can we have swearing into the officers and any of those that plan to speak this evening?
Those who wish to speak, please stand up and raise your right hand. Do you and each of you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to present shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you may sit down.
Excellent. All right. Consent agenda. Sergeant Coleman?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sergeant Coleman with the Ocoee Police Department. We have one case that we would like to dismiss. It is case 2025-01886.
Okay.
And then we have two cases that came into compliance. That was case 2025-01401.
Okay.
And then we have 2025-02091.
Okay.
And then, it's a busy day, we have two cases that are going to be continued to the August hearing, August 21st. And those are 2025-01838 and 01978.
Can you repeat those numbers again?
Sure. The first one was 2025-01838.
Okay, 38.
And then the next one was 2025-019, I believe it's 78. We might have a typo here.
88.
Is it 88?
says-
1988?
88.
And that's all I have.
Okay.
Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, Member Lewis.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the consent agenda as presented by the city.
Do we have a second on that?
Second.
We have a motion on the floor by Member Lewis and seconded by Member Fernandez that we accept the consent agenda as presented by the Ocoee City Police Department. Let's go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor, press yes. All those opposed, select no. Motion carries unanimous. Okay. Moving on to our public comments section. This is where any of the residents of the city of Ocoee, if they have any items they'd like to bring up. Any of these items are really not board-related issues, but anything about the city of Ocoee. It doesn't look like we have anybody, so we're going to close that now. So our first case of the evening is case number 2024-01882, Officer Loeffler. Good evening.
Good evening. There we go. Case number 01882. The observation date for this case is May 23rd of 2025. However, I had an open complaint regarding people living inside of a shed in the backyard for a few weeks prior to that date, which I was never able to see anything. On that date, May 23rd, the property owners brought in a large trailer that was too big for the property. And upon investigating that complaint is when I was able to enter the backyard and see some of the portions of this case. I have some exhibits. This picture is a shed in the backyard. It has one door and one window. This was a shed that was a one overhead door garage type shed that you could put a vehicle in. So the garage door was removed and a wall was put in with a regular window. And there's two children's beds and a bassinet in there. That's the trailer that showed up on the day. That is the shed in question. You can see where the garage door was. And that work was done without a permit. I'll get to that here in a minute. The shed is powered by an extension cord, actually two, that run from the house to the shed, and that's powering a ceiling fan, television set, and a window air conditioner. This is a different shed that was on the property, kind of full of stainless steel junk and debris. The property was pretty littered with junk and debris as well. That's the trailer that did not go into the property. That's the extension cord leading to the shed. That's a side view of the shed and the personnel door that is used. And you can see the extension cord and the window air conditioner, which was running while I was there. So that was May 23rd. And on that day, I did get to see the backyard, and that's where the observations of the exhibits you just saw were made. And the observations were an accessory building, a large shed, occupied by humans, children, multiple child beds inside. It does not meet safe housing standards. It does not meet minimum housing standards. And that's involving square footage, ventilation, sanitary facilities inside, egress. I observed vehicles parked on the front yard grass, not on the driveway. They're parked on a non-surfaced area, several. The large accessory shed that was occupied was altered without required permits, and that was the removal of the overhead door and putting the wall in it with the window. The backyard was littered with junk, trash, scrap debris and materials, supplies. The shed was erected without a permit. 2 of them back there, smaller ones. Old carpet is an outdoor surface that we saw in one of the exhibits there. A gazebo that was in the backyard full of junk and a small wood shed full of old stainless steel items that was in the photos. And basic trash and litter scattered about. And of course, the multiple temporary use extension cords that were exiting the home and traveling upon the ground, under the ground covering carpet and powering the accessory shed with interior lighting, ceiling fan, and a window air conditioner. On the same day, a violation notice was hand-delivered and sent out certified mail for the violation of 10835 for public nuisance, 168-6 parking on private and public property regarding parking upon the non-surfaced portion of the ground, the grass and the dirt, and that is 168-6 B1, 168-6B1. 5113 for unpermitted alteration to the shed and a couple small sheds in the backyard, built without permits, and 115-3, declaration of nuisance and menace, and that was for the junk and debris and other things scattered about, and 10822 for the extension cords powering things. They need to be unplugged and not powering things, and that violation is 10822. The violation notice gave the property owners until June 19th to correct the violation. I have not had any further contact with them regarding a reinspection. Prior to the expiration of the violation notice, they had brought in another trailer, and a lot of the neighbors called. So we went out there, and they had an industrial-sized crane lift the trailer into the backyard, over houses and everything. So I asked the property owner while we were there, because the trailer is within the correct sizes, and it's in the correct location. It just can't be driven back there. So they did insert the trailer in the backyard. I have some complainants that are saying it might be occupied. I don't know that. I might find out when I do a reinspection for this case. That's not part of this case. As of this day, it remains non-compliant. A notice of hearing on July 7th was posted at the location and in the City Hall lobby and mailed out certified service. As of this day, it's in non-compliance. And the owner is here with his son.
And the city's recommendation?
The city's recommendation is $50 per violation, if not in compliance, in 15 days. 50 per day, per violation.
Violation. So that's $250 per day for the 5?
So non-compliance is completely based on not being called there for a reinspection, as the burden of proof is on them to contact us for reinspection. Most of what I just described you cannot see from the street view.
And the trailer that they moved was the one that you showed us earlier?
That was just the one that arrived on scene, and I was able to prevent them because it was too long for the property to even be anywhere.
Does anybody have any questions for the officer? In a minute. First him. Any questions for the officer at this time? No? And we have somebody here to speak on behalf? Yes? Please come up to the podium, the microphone up there?
Turn it on.
And speak your names clearly for the record so that we,
My name is Christian Mejia.
Christian.
Here's my dad, Francisco Mejia.
All right.
For that, we already pick up everything in the bag. We called, what's it called? ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Dónde se metió la basura?
O el dumpster.
We called the dumpster. We took everything out, and the porch, we took everything out, disconnected everything. So there's nothing there right now. And the bag is clean too.
So if that's,
We tried
the-
to call from the one that signed the papers that we got, but they didn't answer. They were calling it on Monday, so we couldn't come in here. We was calling it, but no one answered, so that's why we're here today.
so I think if they've corrected everything, I think 15 days, as the city recommended, is plenty of time for me to go there and do a reinspection.
Sure. Christian, did you understand the violations, the 5 violations that were presented?
Not really,
Not really?
no.
Okay.
Ya todo, dígale que está limpio.
¿Sí es lo que yo le dije?
La trailer no tiene nada, ya todas mis herramientas están yo ahí.
But everything's been corrected.
Yeah, everything's been corrected. The things that were in the small shed, we took that shit out, because we put the tools that were in there in the
Right.
other shed. So there's nothing like trash, anything in there.
Del porche que estaba aquí, dígale, ese es que ya sacamos toda esa basura.
Yeah.
Porque de
Eso
lo
es
que
lo que le
dejaron
estoy
en la casa,
diciendo, que ya lo quitaron.
también toda esa basura, sacamos de lo que la gente dejó ahí.
Because when we moved there was trash from the previous owners, so we had to take that when we called the dumpster and stuff. So that's why.
So, like I said, 15-day compliance time, that's plenty of time to do a reinspection.
Okay. All right. Well, just to reiterate, there was installed a large shed without required permits, parking vehicles in the front yard on the grass and dirt, occupants living in the shed,
Yeah, nobody living there right now.
multiple extension cords exiting the home to the shed, and junk and debris littering over the backyard. And it sounds like you've taken care of
Yeah,
that
we
part of it.
took everything out.
Unfortunately, whatever was there when you purchased the property, you inherited, so,
Yes.
okay.
So back to the shed. Since the garage door part was altered,
Yeah.
you're going to have to go to the building department in the next 15 days and apply for a permit.
Oh, I got a question. Where's that at?
Oh, that's right here,
It's in here?
Yeah.
All right.
right across from here.
Yeah, we didn't know, so,
And that'll fix everything.
all right.
All right. Okay. And you did receive this notice, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, as I
So
was saying,
all the violations are listed on there, so if you check them off, then have them done within the next 15 days, you'd be good, right?
yeah,
All right.
Y dígale también, mijo, de que aquí nos dieron la autorización de poner la fensa, que si ellos, al lado del vecino, si nos pueden, o sea, si ellos autorizan para
Pero
ponerle 8 pies.
I got
o
a
si no,
question.
6 pies.
so we got a permit to put a fence in the backyard and stuff. How tall does it have to be?
You have to check with the zoning department, and
It
they will give you that information.
All right.
When I checked
Especially if you
today, it
apply
looked
for a
like,
permit.
it looked like it had been approved.
Yeah.
And it's 6 foot, so.
At the 6 pies.
6 pies, ok.
All right.
All right.
So
There was a question. I had a question from the officer. Does anybody have any other questions for Christian or Francisco? Yes? Okay. I know. Officer Loeffler, you mentioned something that the burden of reinspection falls upon them. Do they need to call you?
Yes,
Or will you be making a,
if they give me a time right now, I can do it tomorrow.
okay. It's, within this time for starting, today, moving forward in the next 15, you need to reach out to Officer Loeffler and have him come out so
Do
he
you
can
have, like, a
inspect.
card or
Yes.
something?
All right? If he's not gonna come out on his own, you gotta call him,
Yeah.
okay?
Because when we came to the city hall, then they sent us to the police station.
Uh-huh.
And then over there, they told us that we had to call the person that signed the papers and stuff. So we were calling them, but nobody answered.
Sometimes it's like that,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. But he's the man that you need to get a hold of, so if you need his contact information, make sure you get it, okay?
All right,
All right.
so that's it.
Is-
They're gonna make a
any-
finding.
Hold on, we still have to rule on this. Is any other questions for Francisco or me? All right, then I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, Member Lewis.
Mr. Chair, I move that in case number 2024-01882, that the respondent be found in violation of the code as cited as of May 23rd, 2025, and be given until August 1st, 2025 to come into compliance, will be fined $50 per day per violation until found in compliance.
I'll second that, but I think in Officer Loeffler's report, it was 2025-01882, so I just want to make sure have the right.
You mean the
Because
case
here
number?
on the agenda, it's 2024, but on his report,
Oh.
it said 2025. I just want to make sure we have the same.
You, that's a good observation, because I also have it on here, and I see it there too as well. So
I just want to make sure we're.
2025?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
2025?
So with that
Okay.
correction, I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Case number 2025-01882.
Okay, we got that. All right, we have a motion on the floor by Member Lewis and seconded by Member Fernandez that in case number 2025-01882, that the respondent be found in violation of the codes as cited and be given until August 1st, 2025 to come into compliance or be fined $50 a day per violation until you come into compliance.
All right.
Any discussion on the motion? No? Let's take a vote. All those in favor, press yes. All those opposed, press no. Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got a card right here.
Good catch. Good catch. All right, the next case before us is case number 2025-01851, Officer Diaz.
Thank you.
Oh, she's quick.
Case number 2025-1851, Officer Diaz, address 1109 Little Spring Hill Drive in Ocoee. On June 3rd, 2025, I was running a complaint and observed the above-mentioned property with an inoperable vehicle on the side of the house up on blocks with an expired tag. And it's the vehicle that you see on the pictures up on blocks. On June 3rd, 2025, a notice of code violation was mailed to Jeffrey Lawson and Erica Lawson at 1212 Little Spring Hill Drive, Ocoee, Florida, 34761, as identified by Orange County Property Appraisal for the violation of ordinance number 168-4, and its parking of vehicles shall be prohibited on grass or landscape portions. 165-3, no person shall keep any abandoned or junk vehicles on the property. They were given until June 17th, 2025 to bring the property into compliance. On June 18th, 2025, I re-inspected the property. Where am I bringing the property? Finding it not in compliance with the city. On July 3rd, 2025, a notice of hearing to this code board meeting was hand-delivered to a lady who answered the door. On July 7th, 2025, a notice of hearing to this code board meeting was mailed. The mail came back as that we didn't have service, it just came back. So I don't know if the owners live at the property, but I did notify the person that owns the vehicle. So as of today, the property is still in violation, and city is recommending 15 days to come into compliance, or a fine of $50 a day per violation, and we have 2 violations.
No contact from them?
No, when I was out there and I went out and I like to talk to people, I told her about the vehicle and I said, I'll need to send you a letter. She goes, well, send me the letter. So they're aware, the
Okay.
people that live in the house, they're aware of it.
Any other questions for the officer? Board? No? All right.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, Member Lewis?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that I move in case number 2025-01851, that the respondent be found in violation of the code as cited as of June 3rd, 2025, and be given until August 1st, 2025 to come into compliance, or be fined $50 per day per violation until found in compliance.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor made by Member Lewis, seconded by Member Bickram, that in case number 2025-01851, that the respondent be found in violation of the code as cited, both codes as cited, and be fined $50 a day per violation, and given until August 1st, 2025 to come into compliance. If not, be fined at $50 per day per violation until they come into compliance. Any discussion on that? No? All right, let's take a vote. All those in favor, press yes. All those opposed, press no. Vote passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Excellent. All right, our last case here is case number 2025-01979. Officer Loeffler.
Case number 01979. The address is 1603 Doreen Avenue. This is a vacant property. And out front, we have trash cans stored in the wrong location, overflowing with a large pile of junk and debris. And I have Exhibit A and B here. On June 10th, 2025, this officer did observe this condition as can be seen in the exhibit, and a violation notice was posted at the location on the same date for the large pile of remodeled junk and debris and the waste cans overflowing in a prohibited location. The codes in the notice were 115-3, and that's for the large pile of remodeled junk and debris, and 143-27, regarding the location and time for placing of garbage carts. They were given until June 25th, 2025, to make the garbage can not overflowing and relocate it to a location that's approved and as described within the code and on the side of the house, and to remove the large pile of remodeled junk and debris. The property was re-inspected and found non-compliant with the codes as cited. A statement of hearing and notice of hearing to this meeting was sent out certified service, posted on the house. You can see it in the photograph there. There's violation notice and the other posting. As of this date, the property remains non-compliant with the codes as cited. The city's recommending a fine amount of $50 per day, per violation, and 15 days to comply.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since we know it's empty and you don't have contact with anyone, if in 15 days it's still there.
That's what the postings are for. No, ma'am, no contact.
Right, so if.
Somebody's been coming and going.
Oh, someone has been.
Yeah,
okay.
I could tell.
Okay. Any other questions for the officer? No? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, Member Lewis.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that in case number 2025-01979, the respondent be found in violation of the code as cited as of June 10, 2025, and be given until August 1st, 2025 to come into compliance, will be fined $50 per day per violation until found in compliance.
Do you have a second?
I second.
Second.
Okay, excellent. So, Member Lewis, we have a motion on the floor by Member Lewis and seconded by Member Schultz, that in case number 2025-01979, that the respondent be found in violation and given until August 1st, 2025 to come into compliance, or be fined $50 per day per violation for as long as the violation remains in noncompliance. Any discussion? No? All right, let's take a vote. Yeah, all those in favor, press yes. All those opposed, press no. Motion carries unanimously. All right.
Thank you.
All right, good job. All right, on to our next item for the evening. It's time to, for the chair and vice chair elections. And I'm not exactly sure, I've never had to do this one before, but does anybody want to put their hat in the ring to be chair or vice chair?
Nominate Member Bander.
Oh,
I
okay.
second that.
For
Second.
chair?
Yeah, for
Okay,
chair.
Yes.
all right. All right, and do we have a nomination for, should we do that one first?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor by Member Lewis, seconded by Member Schultz, that Joe Bander remain as chairman for the Ocoee Code Enforcement Board. Any discussion? No? Let's go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor, press yes. All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay. Let's move on to vice chair.
I nominate Member Lewis.
And do we have a second?
I'll second.
Excellent. Okay. We have a motion on the floor by Member Bikram and seconded by Member Smalden that Mr. Lewis remain as vice chair for the Ocoee Code Enforcement Board. Any discussion? All those in favor, press yes. All those opposed? All right, huh? It passes unanimously. All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. All right, now we're on to board comments. And I guess we're going to start with Member Schultz.
None tonight, thank you all for coming.
Nothing tonight. All right, Member Fernandez.
No comments, thank you.
All right, our counselor, Skip Fowler, any comments this evening?
No, sir, other than congratulations.
Thank you.
And it was a decision well made.
All right, excellent. Vice Chair Lewis.
Thank you all. Just one comment. Is it possible that we have these sheets for everyone for next time? Okay. And other than that, thank you for your nomination support. No other comment.
Member Bikram.
No comment.
No comment, okay. Member Smolden? Nope.
No comments.
No comments. All right, how about our officers out there? Officer Diaz? Congratulations. Oh, well, thank you very much. No comments this evening? No, other than that? All right. Officer Loeffler, way back there. Yeah, I'm going to make you come back up to the mic again at least one more time. All right. Sergeant Coleman?
No, sir.
No comments?
Congratulations again.
All right. Anybody sitting out in the audience want to make any comments? Oh, I'm embarrass you. Okay. All
There's a
right.
big smile.
Yeah, he does have a big smile, doesn't he? Okay. All right. Well, then it comes to me. By the way, Chip, very snazzy jacket. Very Atticus Finch.
My Atticus Finch out.
Very much so, very much so. I had the privilege to go to one of our commission meetings this week, and there was something that I did want to bring out to everybody. There has been a lot of effort put forth putting in AEDs in all our parks. And there's a lot of thanks to go to all those people. So I'm kind of just letting the board know that those are available. You could save a life. Apparently, from what I was told, they're very, very easy to use, and they'll walk you through it. I'm not sure if it's an automated walkthrough or if you actually go through a 911 call. I'm not really sure, but apparently, very, very easy to use. So keep those in mind. Don't be nervous, jump in, save a life. You can be a hero to somebody, all right? So I thought I'd let you guys know that. I do want to personally say I appreciate, I enjoy being your chairman. I appreciate all of you. You guys are an excellent board. I've been on this board for a long time as a member and vice chair and now chair, and I have to say this is one of the strongest board members, and I understand we're going to be expanding by one more. Mr. Cruz mentioned that, but I don't know who that is, and we'll find that out at our next meeting, okay? So that's awesome. So again, thank you for your confidence in keeping me here in the position. I appreciate that. So anyways, I don't have any other comments for the evening, so we're going to adjourn this meeting.